Okay, so we're going to be watching Brad and I talk about the HSR Fate collab, and it's dividing the community. So I think a little bit ago I watched Braxophone's video on it. He hasn't done the quest yet, but he was showing like how like mad people are about like the collab. And we'll be honest, if you saw my video reacting to it, I wasn't impressed with it either. Like I literally main titled the video I wanted this to be good because that's for the story specifically, not for everything else. I think they did a great job with the character animations. I really hope Lance becomes playable in the future, though. I really hope so. Maybe they're holding off on that. Not sure why, but I really do hope so. Maybe he's the free character in the future. Who the fuck knows? But I do think there was a lot of things they could have did better. Like one, the silent part of the quest. I think it was a cool gimmick. It's like a cool thing for like 20, 30 minutes of the quest. But really, an hour to an hour and a half of literally silence. That's a bit too much, in my opinion. And that was the main thing that drove me out of the quest. It was like, this is just this is just too much. An hour and a half, really? Jesus fucking Christ! That's like that's like 2 days of like an actual hardworking individual's like life, like gaming lives if they don't have time, bro. It's like Jesus Christ. And then it's like other things like I actually forgot about it at the end of the quest, but reusing Idis Alicii, a Greek inspired place, as Britain. Really? You even used the Greek NPC. Like, it is just like it just doesn't feel good. Like it just feels like they just didn't care about the story, like putting effort into the story. Because it's like okay, for Genshin, every limited event they've done, every big limited event they've done, like every summer event, which is like the big like event, they have made a custom map, a custom place for every single one. But for HSR, for a massive collab with like a massive anime that has like a massive game. Well, it's Fate Grand Order, but what's the difference these days? I'm probably gonna make people mad of that. I haven't watched Fate Grand Order. How much different is it? I mean, it's still. I'm pretty sure it's still like the Fate franchise, right? Uh, but it's like they. And the thing is, it's not a money issue. Like they make the same amount of money. Like Genshin and the HSR make the same amount of money. It just shows how much effort they wanted to put into it, which was fucking nothing. I will be honest. For the story, I think the first an hour was pretty good, and then the cutscenes were. I did like the cuts. I think the final cutscene was pretty good, but it's just some things just didn't feel good in the quest. It just didn't feel right. But we're gonna see Brandon Online's reaction. Well, I think he's right watching the live stream, so I'm not sure what he's gonna talk. Like, what? I'm not sure
So I heard
what's gonna
Honkai Star
happen.
Rail released the Fate collab that was announced like a year ago in development for a really long
Mm.
time, and apparently a ton of people are really not happy with it. Glaive uploaded a video called "As a Fate fan, the HSR
He is
collab was a
watching a
huge
video.
disappointment," and I kind of want to delve into this as somebody who's really.
I watched Fate in preparation for this event. I watched the 2006 anime. I watched Unlimited Blade Works. I watched Heaven's Feel and Fate Zero for preparation for this fucking event. It's like the anime was 100,000 times better than this.
Not a Fate fan. I've never seen Fate, so I'm curious if it's something
I
that
actually liked
maybe
it though.
a non-Fate
Fate was actually
fan
pretty
would
good.
maybe in.
My favorite one was Fate Zero. Like, oh my god, Fate Zero is so good. And one of my favorite. And if you're wondering, my favorite servant is Gilgamesh. By the way, he's my favorite. I think he's so fucking cool. I really wish you saw him in the event. I would have been sick. Oh my god, I love it. But I guess Aventuring's the closest thing you got to him. Um, and I guess, oh yeah, and then I guess Iris as well. Iris feel she was like amazing as well. Oh man, makes me sad.
Joy. Let's take a look
There
here.
are a few things in the world of gacha games that generate as much excitement as a major full-scale collaboration with a beloved franchise. And by
True.
all accounts,
We're not
Oh yeah, I do remember when they had the trace animation for Archer in the quest, which is pretty cool. I actually forgot about that until.
talking about like Aloy in Genshin here, like a full-scale collab with like events and stuff as well, where the story of the anime is also involved with the story of the gacha. That sounds really awesome to me. I thought this collab sounded really, really cool.
The premise doesn't 100% make sense. Like, so does Earth exist in, like, does Earth exist in the HSR universe, like in the Honkai universe? Because they come from Earth and they still come from Earth in the game. Like, it just makes me just like, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like some things just don't cross. I feel like they could have did, and plus there was no preparation. Like, though we didn't see us get the invite. I felt like they could have had a little bit more build up to the quest, like to the main part of the quest. Like they could have had a bit of like a build up to the like getting the invite to the Holy Grail War. Like I think there's some things, and plus the whole thing was like a backstory. Like we start in the future and then we go back to the past. It's like, okay. What are we doing here?
Fate Stay Night should have been one of the
I don't know who greenlit this quest, but say something. Someone needs to get fired.
The most celebrated events of the year. The initial announcement was met with a huge wave of excitement from both communities too. And for many,
I think I watched
remember it. Even people that didn't play Honkai Star Rail, I saw on Twitter saying that they were going to give it a try because they watched Fate and stuff, and vice versa. People were saying that played Honkai Star Rail and never saw Fate that they'd watch it. I was one of them. I said if I enjoyed this collab, I might actually watch Fate, but now I don't know, man.
Well, no, okay, no. You can't judge Fate based on this event. No. Don't just. Fate is way better. Fate is a great anime. Well, for me personally. Don't judge it on this event, please, for the love of God, don't. Don't. For the love of God, don't.
This was a dream crossover. But as
On Braxford's video, people like on Twitter, people say if you're a Fate fan, it's not a good quest. If you're not a Fate fan, it's a good quest, apparently.
the event went live and the dust settled, the community's reaction was intensely divided. For every person excited about the new characters, there seemed to be another who felt let down,
Interesting. It's funny how it's Pokemon box, dude. Jesus.
disappointed, and
yeah, how is this possible? Why am I in Britain? Oh yeah, and someone in Brax's comments were like, "So Faden's British?" Question mark. I can't believe they reused the whole place. But I think his brand won't know about the reusing. I guess Gleave might talk about it, about how they reused everything. I'm really hoping it does, because this was a big thing. Like, it just didn't feel
cases,
good.
genuinely
Like, everything was the same except for the sword and the stone in the center.
disrespected. So was this collaboration
And plus, wait, by the way, I didn't want to say, from a distance, the sword, the Excalibur sword, from a distance, they got rid of 100% of the detail, and it looked like the dull blade from Genshin. And then it only showed the design in the cutscene. They didn't even bother. They didn't even bother making the design in the in-game footage. It was only for the cutscene for the sword. It was that was insane.
Or was it the massive misfire that many fans are claiming it to be? Today I'm going to walk you through my entire
See, that would have been cool if Saber appeared like that in the actual fucking story.
Experience with this event.
Bro, I feel like I've made this video go for like 10 minutes already.
Answer that question. We will start with my own
I hope there's like a lot of cutscenes and stuff, but we'll see.
Going into it as a
Oh yeah, the cutscene where Saber like the flex lance is like lance. That was cool. Like, it was cool. It's always cool, even in the anime, when she just comes out of nowhere, like gets summons, comes out of nowhere, go boom. It's pretty cool.
Fate fan, and then we will do a full spoiler-heavy recap of the story, just so we are all on the same page.
Wait, hold up. Sparkle wasn't even in the fucking quest. Wait, so they put Sparkle in all the promotional material for it, and they didn't even have her in the fucking quest. Wait, what? She wasn't even a master. I don't think anyway, unless I'm already forgetting. I don't think I am.
That's okay. From what people have told me, it's not really worth my time playing it already. So, but I'm just curious if it's something I want to enjoy.
That's insane, actually.
We will break down what went wrong with the narrative, look at the characters and the gameplay,
but the
and
cutscenes are good.
Judge the event as a complete package. So let's get into it.
100%. I think one of the big things as well is what I kind of want to dissect from this and take away from it is I'm pretty sure the free character that they gave, Archer was it, is actually like a really good unit.
Oh yeah, apparently he's better than Saber, which is insane. Like Brax was in Brax's video, he says he's better than Saber, which is kind of crazy.
But to me, that's only one minor part of the whole collab that took a year to make, right? I would assume the biggest part was...
Oh my god, sorry, I'm getting so distracted right now. Oh my god, Brax came up with an amazing idea which they could have did for the collab, which for the characters. Is literally have, I forgot his name, the orange-haired kid, the orange-haired guy that has Saber as a servant, and Reen, and then have Saber and Archer as the memo sprites. When I heard that from him, I was like, bro, that makes way too much sense. Like, that made way too much sense to have Archer and Saber as the memo sprites, and they didn't fucking do it. Like, I don't know, like, because you literally could have Reen and, I forgot his name, Shiro? I don't know, in the game as well. Like, oh my god, that would be sick, and it'd be cool, like a cool animation for them summoning in, like when he enter battle, like they summon them in, they get summoned in. Oh my god, that would be fucking sick.
Gonna be the story stuff, but let's take a look and see.
Into the video.
And the O is them using a command seal, and then they have them attack. Oh my fucking god, I am going crazy right now. That actually makes me mad they didn't do that.
So before we get into the event itself, I think it is important
Saber,
you know where I was coming from. Now, to be honest, I was debating whether to even play or talk about this collaboration at all. I'm a huge fan of the Fate series. I watched all of it, but my past experiences with Honkai...
I still need to watch the side series, but I'm gonna wait on that.
Our real story quests have been quite horrible, to say the least. My main issue for me has always been the dialogue bloat.
I don't really do the Honkai Star Rail story quest, like the character story quest. I've obviously done... I did all of Belobog, I did all of the Lofu, I did all of Penacony.
The recent one was 5.5 instead of like 7.5, but still, 5.5 is still way too fucking long.
Eventually, and I've made it up to like, honestly, 3.2, I think it was, in Amphorius. I really enjoy a lot of it. It's just that for me, it really is just far too long for what is in it. I feel like it could be cut down by like half the duration and just add more cutscenes and more like impactful scenery and movements and stuff, because I just find myself getting a little bit bored a little bit too quick. And then I also have people telling me like, oh, you can just skip, and then I'm like,
what's the point?
Me, bro, I'd rather just not play it if I'm just gonna skip and get to the good part.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of even doing the story if you're gonna skip
if I really want to? Like, if I'm not gonna take in the story anyway because it's like 12 hours, 10 hours, 7 hours, then I just don't know if it's worth it. I'm still considering if I want to finish Amphorius, because the final stuff looks absolutely insane, bro. It really does. But I feel like this is also going to be very telling if it took a year to cuck this and it's really not that good, on if I should really be excited for the future. I don't know.
Sheer amount of text that feels like it goes nowhere. I was fully prepared to just skip this story and focus on the characters, but then I saw that the quest was only about 4 hours long. It wasn't like their recent 10 plus...
I did it in almost 4 hours. I think it was like 3 hours and 40 I did it in. It took me 4 hours because I had a little bit of a break in between.
About 4 hours is still kind of crazy, but it is short for him.
For me, 4.5 hours for a main quest, I think it's like my upper limit. Like, it's my max limit for a quest. But the thing is, that's for a quest voiced in EN, by the way. Thing is, it technically was voiced in EN, but Saber and Archer and Lancer would have been silent, which is like, really, the main people for this quest are going to be silent? No, I'm not doing that. I mean, half the fucking quest was even voiced in any language anyway. But I don't know why. Okay, let me know if you think this is a good idea. Allow us to play the game in English, but only have Saber, Lancer, and Archer in Japanese. Is that really that hard to do? Like, you make billions of dollars. Is that really hard to do? Like, mix languages for a character that physically doesn't have an EN voice? Like, come on, man.
Our Yap
Come
Fest. And I thought about it, you know, like 4 hours for an IP and a franchise that I genuinely love. The collab was hyped up for over a year.
Oh, no.
I mean, how could I say no
Oh,
to
no.
that? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a
It sounds like a dream come true.
reasonable time investment. So I decided to play it. But I went in with my expectations for the story set very,
High.
very low. I was
Oh,
preparing
okay, I was
for
gonna
more
say high. I
static
was like, wow, that's
images,
why you
black
disappointed.
screens with white text, and
Okay.
conversation that would make me sleepy. But at the same time, there was a part of me that
There's probably a
I feel like something could have been shown that they weren't, but
full part.
was hopeful.
Yeah.
We were told that the people from Fate themselves, the original creators, the writers, had looked over the story and given it their okay. So
What? No shot that it's bad then. There's absolutely no way. They wouldn't want their IP tarnishing in one of the most popular gacha games in the world, right?
I thought it has to be at least better than usual, right? I had low expectations.
Oh,
a little bit of
God.
hope. So with that mindset,
oh no,
I
he
dove
had
in,
low expectations and got and those are too high. There's no way.
and now,
Okay.
before I give you my critique, let's just go over what actually happens in the story. This will be
Okay.
a full recap. So
Oh shit, here we go.
fair warning for spoilers ahead. Alright, so the story of the
I have no idea how they could incorporate this into the actual world, so I'm gonna assume it's some kind of either alternate reality or.
Oh yeah, and I don't like how it was NPC servants as well. I mean, Mr. Rekka was there, and Mr. Rekka was a servant, which is pretty cool. I think Mr. Rekka should have been a 4-star. Like, he literally has a 4-star design. Like, his design is 100% a 4-star, at least. So I don't know why they never made him a playable character, by the way. But he was assassin, which was pretty cool. He was the one that made the quest, not in voice, by the way. But I also think, like, really, like, and oh yeah, Mika was also 7, but he did fucking nothing. But like, he was with Pom Pom on the freaking Astral Express the entire time. I forgot it. I forgot Pom Pom was even a master at the end of the quest. But as like really like a caster as an NPC, like at least have playable characters as the servants. Like that would be cool. You know, I just don't know. Like who could it be caster? Like you're gonna like I don't know, but it
a
would've been cool.
story that they're
Like the literal event has the characters with the name.
reading and like if the visuals are I don't know.
event, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, kicks off
It's a
with
good
pretty
name as well.
familiar premise.
It's a fucking good name because all of it is a dream. So it's like it's a good name for a
Or a
quest as
dream,
well.
I guess.
Miss for Fate fans. A Holy Grail war is beginning in Penacony, right? The idea is that different participants, called Masters, will summon heroic spirits. In this case, from Penacony's own history, to fight for the Grail. We were introduced to a few of these pairs right away.
Which still doesn't fucking make sense how Saber, Archer, and Lancer are there.
We have a character named Scott with an assassin
By the way,
servant.
I'll never understand why people put their own fucking watermark on something that's not even fucking theirs to begin with. Like, bro, Ruben, I'm sorry. I've taken screenshots of your videos like for like thumbnails before. But this isn't your work. I'm sorry, but it's not your work.
What is bro robbing?
Robin is paired with a caster, Boot Hill Scott with an assassin servant.
What is
Oh.
bro robbing?
Robin is paired with a
Oh, that's
caster,
in Clappy's
Boot Hill
two
has
times.
Lancer, and Adventurine shows up as the master of Archer. Our character, the Trailblazer, gets involved and ends up summoning the main hero.
Oh yeah, and like in normal in-game footage, you can't see the command seals on their arm palms. By the way, you can't.
Spirit of the collaboration, Saber. When
Of course.
she appears, it's quickly established that she and Boot Hill's servant, Lancer, already know each other from the past war. This immediately suggests that this story takes place
Yeah, after UBW, right?
sometime after the events of the original Unlimited Blade Works. From there, the
Okay.
participants were pulled into a reality marble, which is just a magic created world by the assassin servant.
It's
This
just a fake world then.
world takes the form of an old black and white silent film, forcing everyone to communicate through subtitles while they
Wait, no shot. Wait, what? Wait, it's a
Thing is, this part was cool for the first half an hour max. For half an hour max, this was cool. But then it went for like over an hour.
wait. Am I
Better
getting
way
this
for
right? They got sucked into a silent. Does nobody speak here?
They face different challenges. A major turning point happens when Adventurine betrays his supposed ally, Scott. He reveals himself to be some kind of golden gatekeeper and starts
Hey,
a
the cutscenes look pretty good.
battle, which leads
They
to
were
our
actually
Trailblazer
good.
Saber
They
and
were actually
Archer
good.
teaming up against him. Now later in the story, Saber
Oh
gets
god, here we
trapped in
go.
an illusion created by
Okay.
Robin's caster servant. In
Okay.
this dream, she gets to live out a normal life, ordinary life, free from her duties as a hero. The Trailblazer eventually helps Saber break
Please talk about how they reused IDs of
from
Alicia.
this dream, and
Please.
she accepts her destiny once again. The story ends
I think he will talk about it actually, but like after.
with a big battle against a corrupted version of the Holy Grail, which Saber manages to destroy with her ultimate attack. In
God
the
damn.
aftermath, we find
Okay, I gotta say, this so far the story summary doesn't really sound that bad to me personally.
out
But the story summary did take like a minute.
that Lancer actually survived the whole war, which is a bit of a surprise, seeing how the Fate series usually go. But anyways,
Okay.
while the other servants return to where
True.
they came from,
Oh my god, true. True, bro, oh no, poor Lancer, bro. Every single time, bro. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know.
Lancer decides to stick around in Penacony. So
I
that's
accidentally skipped this because I thought it was just a random thing.
the basic plot. A fairly standard Holy Grail war story with a few twists. On
Yes.
paper,
Yeah,
it
kind of like Gilgamesh in a way.
sounds fine. But the way
Okay, I was gonna say.
Wait, it's only for some
Lancer
time.
decides to stick around in Penacony, so that is the basic plot.
Oh,
A
no,
fairly
forever.
standard Holy
for a while.
Grail war story with a
kinda
few
like
twists.
Gilgamesh.
On
Yes.
paper, it sounds fine, but the way
Okay, I was gonna say, on paper that does sound fine.
this story was told, the execution is where everything falls apart, and that is what we need to talk about next. All right.
I guess this is just typical with a lot of Hoyo stories at the minute, right? A lot of people really like the lore and the story, but they have a big problem with the storytelling and the execution. Let me see.
So we know the what. Let's talk about the how. Because this is where the experience moves beyond being a simple, flawed story and
music.
becomes, frankly, insulting to the source material. It begins with the basics. When your character gets their command
The thing
spell,
is, can you really call it an insult to the source material if the original creators greenlit this? I don't think you can at that point. Like, it would have been an insult if they didn't review it, but they did review it. So.
these powerful magical seals that appear on their hand, the game just flashes a logo on the screen. And that's it.
Okay.
There is no weight, no impact, a core concept of the series reduced to a UI element. But it gets worse.
Yeah, it like in game, like normal in game, it's not on their hand at all. The only time it's on their hand is in cutscenes, which is just terrible.
I was gonna say that's fine for me. Like that does make sense. However, they did have a whole year to cook this up, right? So
Actually, longer than a year because they would have been working on it before they announced it.
if it is such
Right.
like an important part of the anime or the series in general, it kind
Yeah.
of reduced it to that in the game.
And plus, also in the series, I'm pretty sure they get the command seal at the same time their servant is summoned, right? I'm pretty sure, unless I'm forgetting that, but I'm pretty sure it is. But in this one, I mean, this one is different, which I do like how it's slightly different, where they get the command seal before they get the servant, and they like sign in, and everyone knows about it. I think that's a cool concept to the like original anime. Is like everyone knows about it. It's just for entertainment purposes, and you sign up for it, and you get the command seal, and then you summon the servant. I think that's a cool concept. Like it's a good change of pace from it. From the original anime, because the original anime fucking redoes the whole thing over and over and over again. So it's a cool, different concept, which I like.
I guess it would feel a bit shit for the Fate fans.
With the summoning ritual. In Fate, this is a sacred, tense, dramatic moment. It is the foundation of the entire franchise. In Honkai Star Rail, they turned it into a joke. They made the chant goofy. When the summon fails at first, they played this silly, cartoonish sound effects. It is as if the game is winking at you, saying, "Oh, silly
Okay.
me, I failed the summon." Like what? It is a complete
That was fine. I feel like if you're just getting mad at that, you're kind of just being a big baby at that point. I think that was fine. Except the change of pace. Bro, I was getting pissed off with Fate because they kept redoing the same story over and over again. They redid the story 3 times. Alright? They redid it 3 times. Like, holy fuck, how many times do we need to redo it? I'm fine with the change of pace they did with the story. I'm fine with it. I think it was a cool concept to change it up a bit, you know? not the same thing over and over again. Like, you didn't 100% know what you're going to expect.
Betrayal of the source material's tone. This continues.
I wonder if the writers
that was fucking
said that
fine.
they approved all of this actually got to watch this and not just read the script stuff.
Like, to me, it was fine.
Because then again, even if the script's kind of goofy, it doesn't really add up too much. But damn.
With Saber's famous introduction. The iconic
Just
line is there, but the
have the developers have a bit of fun.
scene itself is so soulless. It is a hollow reenactment that has none of the magic or the atmosphere of the original. It feels like going through the motions. And after playing for nearly an hour to get to this point, it is just embarrassing. And this soulless feeling infects the entire script. The dialogue is just
What did that
embarrassing.
say?
And this soulless feeling.
I'm a bit real. HSR players should just play Fate Grand Order instead. There's no way storytelling did nasty writing dirty, bruh. People gotta understand the difference between supervising and writing the story. He only supervised the event story with the limited resources available to him and with, of course, Chinese laws limiting what he can actually do to characters. He could have made a more impactful story.
Yeah, like, in the anime, there's blood, there's stabbings and everything, but obviously in these games it's not, which I understand.
Feeling infects the entire script. The dialogue is just bloated. It is full of endless yapping that says almost nothing of substance. There is an early conversation that is so obviously trying to be the version of a tense, strategic discussion from Fate Zero. The original scene is a masterclass in tension. The version of this event is a boring, lifeless, bootleg imitation. A really cheap copy. The laziness becomes almost brazen. Now this is the point where
I can see that.
I personally lost it. There is a scene where the character Robin literally looks at her caster servant, who is literally a generic, low-quality.
I was I
Yeah.
didn't want to sound like rough or anything, bro, but I was.
This was kind of like, oh, okay, really?
The kind of Siobhan had better pulleys, bro.
NPC model and breaks the fourth wall to ask why she doesn't look more special. The game comments on its own lack of effort. And then I got reminded earlier. One of the characters said, the Holy Grail War will be about summoning legendary figures from Penacony's rich history and then bringing them to life. Which brings them an excuse to say that when Caster's NPC model looks so bad, like in here, they can say, oh well, those are heroes from Penacony, not the Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah, like, we know who they are.
World. I am so sure they thought this through so they can put less effort in their story, which is, to be honest, unsurprising.
Which foreshadows more lower fit in Britain. I mean Greece, by the way.
The Hoyoverse way. The
I don't know about that one. That makes me feel funny, man.
cheapest way. Am I right? It is shameless. But all of this, the goofy tone, the bloated dialogue, the lazy excuses, it all leads to the single biggest failure of the entire event. The ultimate insult. This collaboration is called
Like the end game, the boss fight.
Is it reusing a complete area?
Reveal what?
Honkai Star Rail X Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. The one thing every fan was waiting for, or at least the one thing I was waiting for, was the moment that would have redeemed almost any flaw.
I actually don't know what he's
was
gonna
a
say.
story cutscene of Archer performing his Unlimited Blade Works chant, and it's not in the story. It is in his gameplay, yes, but in the narrative, where it's supposed to be the climax, where it's the entire.
He only does his phantasm with the bow, right? Like that's the big attack that he does, and that's during the big cutscene right before Saber does Excalibur.
Higher namesake of the collaboration. It
the Unlimited Blade. There was no Unlimited Blade. Wait, why? What?
is completely absent.
I don't even know about this. I don't even know.
And the thing is, if you don't know, Unlimited Blade Works is like a reality marble, right? I'm pretty sure, right? And I think the reality marble was used by what was also like assassin in the HSR story, Mr. Wrecker. Well, Mr. Wrecker. It wasn't actually Mr. Wrecker. It was someone else. He used a reality marble and made the silent film.
What this means, but if you're calling the collab the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works and you're not including the Unlimited Blade Works, what's the point?
I mean, the Unlimited Blade Works is the name of the show that they're taking everything from, not not the the friggin' the anime is literally called Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. That's the name of the show, not because sorry. And the only one Archer appears in is this one, and I guess Heavensfield.
Why not just call the collab Fate Stay Night?
A collaboration named for Unlimited Blade Works that has no
But I
Unlimited
guess,
Blade
yeah,
Works
Heaven's
in its
Feel as
story.
well.
What?
That confuses me. That probably got a lot of people's hopes up for nothing.
It is a hollow marketing exercise.
I didn't think
Full
of
stop.
that.
It's bad.
I'm curious what y'all think about this. Is this collab really that badly perceived, guys? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts about this collab in the comments and subscribe to the channel. We're nearing 362,000.
I've been
So
subscribed,
what you're
I think, since Samaru, so you're welcome.
left with
Thank you.
is a narrative
You're welcome.
experience that doesn't just feel flawed, it feels deliberately cheap,
That's actually
lazy,
insane,
and
by the way.
deeply disrespectful to the material it is supposed to be celebrating. And as we're about to see, this feeling of being shortchanged wasn't just confined to the story. Looking at the collaboration as a whole product, you start to see a pattern of low effort and questionable
Oh
decisions
no, here comes fucking Britain. Oh, here comes Idis Alicia.
across the board.
So let's eat first. Agreed.
Oh yeah, they don't even show the eating. That actually annoyed me. I said that during the quest. I wish they showed them eating, at least.
Wait, what's wrong with that? With Quiet Poison Grace, the two servants polished off the Halovian wind burgers on the side. Eat with white next black screen. Wait, they there's no food. Wait, they couldn't just do a little fucking animation cutscene for eating or something?
Like, bro, like it's true because like the thing is like, Saber ate 100 burgers. She ate 100. Like, she ate 100 burgers, bro.
Okay, I guess. This is nitpicking at this point, but I think it's rightfully nitpicking, to be honest. It's like, listen. Listen. Gacha tribalism is one thing, but I do think comparisons between very similar games is a fine thing to do. I think one thing Wuthering Waves does very, very well is they have a abundance
Oh,
of
bring it, Wuthering Waves into. I'm joking.
scenes, bro. They obviously,
True.
even in just these dialogue scenes,
True,
the
true,
characters
true.
are much more animated and expressionate. But bro, they do.
That's what I've learned. That's what I need to learn about in the future. Is put it on autoplay instead of skipping, instead of just manually doing it, because I didn't realize like how much expressions you were missing. So I need to remember to do auto for Wuthering Waves.
Scenes all the goddamn time, even for silly stuff. It feels like, but it makes it feel so much better and more fun to play. Oh,
More
dear
immersive as
God.
well.
Thank you so much for treating us to the Halovian winged burgers.
Wait,
For treating us to the Halovian winged burgers.
true. Actually, true.
This just feels kind of awkward, bro. Camera angle hasn't changed in the slightest.
For an event that was hyped for over a year, the actual content felt remarkably thin. The maps and domains are recycled. We already talked about the reused NPC models. The main
Wait, she's in Britain? Britain?
event gameplay mode itself just felt like a slightly upgraded version of the simulated universe, a mode that has
Okay.
been in the game for forever. There was
I heard people actually like this.
very little that felt new or special here, and this feeling of standard procedure
Is it just a reskin Sim Uni? Is that all it was, or was it actually like decently different?
extended to the rewards and the overall structure
It's
of the
okay.
event.
It's
The
okay.
rewards you
Right.
get for completing everything, they're fine, but that is all they are. It is the same amounts of stellar jades, the same materials you get from any other large patch event. For a major once-in-a-lifetime collaboration,
Hey, he looks fucking cool at least, right?
there was nothing
Bro uses 2 skill points. Was a greedy fuck. No wonder why I was running out of skill points so quick.
special to mark
I
the
didn't
occasion.
realize.
The structure was also anticlimactic. There was no unique
Was all the effort put into the things that can make money? For example, the characters. Is that what happened?
memorable final boss decided for the collab, and Lancer, one of the 3 main crossover characters, was relegated to just being a non-playable NPC. He doesn't get a boss fight, he is not playable, he just sorta hangs around.
He has to be playable, right? I'm still thinking that he might be playable in the future, but maybe I'm just coping. But like, really, why not make him playable? I just don't understand.
It is an incredibly
dude.
unsatisfying fate for such a key character. And then I don't think we talked about this. The silent film section of the middle of the story, where all of the characters are muted,
That is crazy, bro.
it is presented as a quirky stylistic choice, but it feels much more like a low-budget loophole to avoid having to do more animation and voice work. And finally, we have to come back
I like at the start, I was like, oh, as a joke, oh, this is a way to cut costs for voice acting. But then at the end of it, I was like, oh, this feels like a way to cut costs. Because if this went for like an hour and a half.
To the broken promise.
If it went only for half an hour, it would have been fine, in my opinion. It would have been perfectly fine.
How long did this section last? I'm curious. How long were characters straight up just muted for?
Of the voiceover feature.
Was it 40 minutes? It felt way longer.
A specific elegant solution to the
I'm
lack
going
of
crazy.
English voices. The individual language switching feature. And it just didn't work as they said it would.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, it is not a small bug. It is a failure to deliver English voices.
Wait! Saber Archer not being voiced at all when you play English is embarrassing. Wait, was it actually supposed to? I read something. Wait, that's what I thought. That's what I thought was supposed to happen. Was if you did it in English, Saber, Archer, and Lancer would automatically just stay in JP, even if you had the EN voiceover on. That's what I generally thought was supposed to happen. But they're just muted. Wow, that's insane. So
the individual language switching feature. And it just didn't work as they said it would. Unfortunately, it is not a small
because I've read that in literally the HoloLab post, by the way. So that's why I was concrete on that.
bug. It is a failure to deliver on a key feature promoted directly to
They really, I don't know. I will never get why they didn't put EN. Like, I don't care if it's the original voice actors for the character or not. Give us fucking why not give us EN? Like, this doesn't make sense.
the community. And
It'll never make sense to me. Because if you don't know, I watched Fate in English. It wouldn't like. I just like watching things in fucking English. Like, it's that hard. Even like for a game that's already voiced completely in English, really, is it that hard?
Where they said if you play in English, the collab characters would still have voices in like GP or something.
another breach of trust.
And it just
That's what was supposed to happen. That's what they read on the Hoya Lab blog post thing. But one, I did forget about that. I just did it in JP anyway. But two, they are muted, so.
The
didn't
developers lied again. So you have a thin event with recycled assets, standard rewards, anticlimactic character roles, and
man.
broken promises. It shows that the problems weren't just the scriptwriters. The lack of effort seems to have been project-wide. Looking at the personal experience, the failed narrative, and this lack
This really sucks for the people that were super excited for it, bro. I'm a
I
tourist
was
when it
really
comes to
excited
HSR.
for
I'll
it.
keep it a buck. I literally only play for the story if I play for the story at that point, because like I say, right now I'm not even covering the story that much. If they release a banger animation, dude, a dope animation, it gets me super hyped. And I still think, I think the games at the minute, they're reaping in the incredible animations in the teasers and stuff that they drop. But the actual gameplay could go
Like,
such a
Faden's
long way
animation,
further, bro, if
holy
they just
fuck.
put a bit more,
Faden's animation,
into
the
it.
quest.
plus their
So-
event package, what is the final verdict?
Like with the
Let's
music?
be absolutely clear about
Okay.
one thing. The playable characters of Archer and Saber are genuinely great. Their kits
True.
are
Yeah,
strong.
that's what I was
Their
thinking.
gameplay animations
Hey, reincarnated as a
characters
sword.
of Archer and
I will be
Saber
honest.
are genuinely great.
This is reincarnated as a sword, by the way. You can watch it on High Dive. I watched this expecting it to be mid, and I was like, you know what? I'll just smash this out in like 6 days. Two episodes a day. Just get it over and done with. I really enjoyed it. And it's actually it's more of a recent anime as well, and it should be getting a season 2. I thought it was like an old anime, and it just never got a season 2. But it's actually a recent one, because when I was watching it, I was like, this looks like an older anime. But no, it was, and like from the voice acting and everything, I was like, oh, this is probably just an older anime. I'll just smash this out. But then it was like, oh wait, I actually really liking this. And it was made in like 2024 or 2023, 2024. Damn, this is getting a second season. Hopefully. I don't know sure how well received it was, but hoping it does.
Their kits
Yeah,
are strong.
that's what I was
Their
thinking.
gameplay animations are well made.
Strong
And
tier 5. No, that was just one
Saber
game.
are genuinely great. Their kits
Yeah,
are strong.
that's what I was
Their
thinking.
gameplay
So
animations are well made, and on a mechanical level,
True.
they are excellent additions to the game. This
Yes.
part, the part they sell you, they got right. But that one positive is
Yeah.
buried under a mountain of negatives. A disrespectful story that butchers iconic moments. Lazy writing that feels like a first draft.
I don't know. I think the comedic side to it is fine, in my opinion. Like, I'm accepting to a change of pace to the same story 3 times over. Like, if you don't know, Fate Zero was like before everything, but the thing is, it's like split into 3, and it's kind of like the same. Like, it's like the story kind of split into 3: the 2006 anime, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. There's no continuation. It's just those 3 in like separate things. So it's like different timelines, which I didn't really enjoy. I think Like, I really wish Heavensfield was a continuation from Unlimited Blade Works. Like, they continued from London, and another Holy Grail war happened sooner than expected. But or maybe they were like full-fledged like 20, like not 20, like 30-year-olds, and then the Holy Grail war happens. I think that would have been better for Heavensfield for me. I think Heavensfield, the animation was great. The story itself was pretty cool, but I would have enjoyed it more if it was a continuation, right? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, about the comedic side. I think the comedic side, like, I feel like it was fine. Like, I think it's a good change of pace from the original story. Like, I think you need some sort of change of pace. Like, I feel like, and I think they did it okay. I think that was kind of funny. It was like, oh,
cynical
you failed.
monetization schemes, broken
But he
technical
didn't
promises, and a hollow, low-effort event structure that felt recycled from
Damn,
day
bro.
one. And because of that, while the individual characters might be good, the collaboration as a whole experience is a failure. It's a failure because it treated a beloved
Hey, who knows?
collaboration as a
Hey, they could have used Fane as home. No, they could have used Saber's homeland as Faden's homeland. Who knows? Who knows? It could be the opposite way around. You know, this could actually be Britain. Just ignore the Greek architect.
whole experience.
I
is
can't
a
believe they did
failure.
that.
It's a failure.
Because I was like, oh, right, this is cool. I was like, okay, this reminds me of ID Cilicia, but this is cool. And then I see the ship in the background. I'm like, oh, that's the ship I did. That ship is identical. Then I look around more. I'm like, huh, wait a minute. And then I see the NPC. I'm like, oh my god.
Because it treated a beloved, respected IP with a shocking lack of care. When you look at all of the evidence, it is hard to see this as a celebration of fate. It feels much more like a cynical, low-effort cash grab that used a famous name as
Oh, Archer gives you more skill points. Oh, that's the reason it had so many skill points in the live stream.
bait. It feels much more like a cynical, low-effort cash grab that used a famous name as bait. It is not a homage. It is an insult.
That sounds like a lot of things, though. I'm trying to think of what it feels like, sounds like, but that sounds like a lot of freaking collabs in history. That sounds like a lot. They just used like the name.
Gamage. Oh my god, the PTSD.
So
Yeah.
I will leave you with this final question.
I still wish Gilgamesh was in this quest, by the way. I love Gilgamesh.
What matters more to you in a collaboration like
He's
this?
cool.
Is it getting good playable characters? Or is it getting a respectful, well-made event experience that honors the source material? And
I'm gonna keep it a buck here, and this might be greedy, but I really don't think it is. I think both are just as important. I think if you announce a collab that you've started working on and it takes a whole year to work on and get delivered, even with the approval of the writers of the original anime and stuff, I think
I would say it would have been more than a year.
it's very important to get the
Which makes it even worse, to be honest.
perfect balance, or as close to a perfect balance as you can, to making strong characters, good characters, and also having a very strong story and a good polished story that people are going to enjoy. It's a collab. You have so long to work on it. There should be nothing stopping you at that point.
where do you draw the line where one is sacrificed for the other? Let me know in the comments.
I think if you had to sacrifice one thing, it would probably be the characters. I think the story, as long as it remains permanently at that point, would be the biggest thing to focus
Is the
on.
story
that is
permanent,
all-
by the way? I don't know if it is or
all
not.
from me, Glaive Key.
I think it is.
See you in
Absolutely.
the next one. Cheers.
GG, Glaive.
Go fuck
Jesus.
yourself.
Damn. That's a bit rude.
What the fuck, bro? All right, fair enough. Yeah, like I say, I'm a tourist to this game, bro. And I haven't seen Fate. I don't think I would have really enjoyed it too much anyway, to be honest. I would have enjoyed the cutscenes, and that's probably about it, just because I really enjoy the visual aesthetics of a lot of the insane Hoyle cutscenes. But again, let me know down in the comments what you thought of this collab. Was it as bad as people are saying it is, or was it not? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Brian said-
I'll catch y'all later.
No way. Fate Grand Order. Close enough, I guess. Close enough.
Is your first
Alright, so that's that. Well, yeah, I mean, there's not really much more for me to talk about. I kind of already disclosed all my opinions. One, in the actual video that I do the quest in, and two, well, this video. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know, let me know your thoughts on this quest. I thought it was, not great, but the cutscenes were good. The cutscenes are pretty good. And the first hour was good. Other than that, it was like, ugh, okay, really? But yeah, over the next time, peace.